you get a picture? Yeah.
It's a cat girl.
Goddamn loser. You know I'm not a loser. You know I'm not a loser.
Dude, how you?
Josh, stop.
Josh, stop.
Jack Doherty just humiliated the Island Boys and Joshua Block live on stream. Again. And this isn't new behavior. In fact, Jack has repeatedly used both of them to create content that turns them into the butt of the joke. Why? Because he knows their audiences are smaller, their influence limited, and that means they're easy to exploit for views. But here's the thing, what Jack's doing isn't just controversial, it's manipulative. And now, the internet is catching on. People have started calling him Meme Doherty. He's not just a content creator anymore, he's the punchline. Posts are popping up daily mocking his fame. One user even started a campaign saying, Day 201 of posting a potato pic until I have more followers than Jack Doherty. Join me on this journey. And honestly, when a potato is getting more traction than your content, maybe it's time to rethink things. Another viral jab? Lumen is literally the Jack Doherty of football. That's how meme-fied Jack has become. He's not being celebrated anymore, he's being clowned. But the worst part? He's still doubling down on shady tactics, like using desperate influencers as props for chaos. Let's take a deeper look at how this all unfolded, starting with the Island Boys. If you're familiar with them, you know the Island Boys have been clinging to fame for years. Their money's dried up, their music is forgotten, and they're borderline homeless. Jack Doherty sees this desperation and sees opportunity. He invites them onto his streams, not to help, but to humiliate them for clicks. You can see it in how the content plays out. They're not there to collaborate, they're there to perform. And sometimes, all it takes is the promise of a free dinner for them to jump on board. The result? Total chaos. The way the Island Boys act on stream, it's like Jack hired them to be a distraction squad. Loud, messy, and aggressive.
Hey, where's Sam Frank at? Jack, he's shaking. Jack, can you get a picture? Yeah.
It's a cat girl.
Alright, man, thank you, Rob.
What is he doing? Huh? You don't belong on. I do. You call me a loser.
One of the most telling clips shows Jack standing a safe distance back while his bodyguard stays just inches away from him. That alone says a lot. Jack knows things can spiral out of control, and yet he lets it happen anyway. Because chaos equals views. At one point, Fly Soldier, the more outspoken of the Island Boys, is being confronted, and someone calls him a loser. Jack just stands back and lets it happen.
You said something first. I'm not gonna you.
Keep going. Island Boy, let's go. It's like cat girl. None of you guys saw him. Yo, can we get a pic? Yo, I just want to see. Why are you chilling with the Island Boys? I don't know.
Hey. Yo, what's good, my boy? Hey, bro. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I know you just got the highlight of your mind, but I'm just with you. But you know I'm not a damn loser. You know I'm not a loser. You know I'm not a loser.
Dude, how you? What happened?
The Island Boys don't push back. Why would they? Jack holds the check, and probably the meal too. It's almost like Jack says, cause a scene or don't get fed. Maybe not in those words, but it's implied in every interaction. And that's the sad part.
See ya, big dog.
These guys have been so stripped of dignity that being clowned on Jack's stream feels like a career opportunity. They're no longer performers, they're pawns. And Jack is pulling the strings. But Jack doesn't stop with the Island Boys. He also ropes in Joshua Block, an autistic streamer who's become another regular feature on his streams. And instead of treating him with respect, Jack turns him into a punchline. There's one moment where Jack gives Joshua a Rolex, then later teases taking it back, just to get a reaction. It's cruel. Joshua, visibly confused, says, "It's my property."
I would never take your watch.
Josh, if Jack wanted the Rolex back, would you give it back to him?
No, it's my property. Unless,
I would never ask for it back, Josh. I would never ask for it back.
Yeah, I can't.
Said no, it's my
give
property.
It back unless I have to approve of it.
I would never. I want it back.
Jack knows what he's doing. It's exploitation masked as generosity. And eventually, karma struck back. One stream got so tense that Joshua Block lashed out and bit Jack on the arm. Jack later appeared with his arm wrapped up, clearly shaken.
He broke my wall. He dented the wall. Why do
dreaming so bad.
Josh.
Why?
Josh, chill.
Ah!
Josh, chill. No. Josh, chill. No, you're gonna break your phone. Relax.
You TikTok! It's all your fault! Universal healthcare!
Josh, stop.
Josh, stop.
But again, he brought that energy into the stream. He was intentionally poking Joshua for a reaction, and he got one. Not a funny one. Not a viral joke. A real one. A painful, humiliating moment that could have been avoided if Jack had just treated him like a person instead of content. And still, he continued. Joshua spiraled on stream. Screaming, crying, even trying to smash his phone. Jack stood there trying to calm him down, but at that point, the damage was already done.
Oh my god. Oh my
I thought I was biting my own arm.
god. Oh my
Josh, look what you did!
Am I okay?
That was not nice.
I got bit last night too.
It's okay.
I want to go home to Italy!
Okay.
I hate this country!
Josh, give me your phone. Stop it. Stop.
Josh, stop. Josh, relax.
You're big, Jack, Josh.
Yo, I got big.
Go, Dad. Go get it.
I have a baby shot. I have a baby shot.
This wasn't entertainment. This was trauma being live-streamed to an audience. And the clip where Jack gets bitten? That's now one of the internet's favorite moments, because people think he deserved it. And you know what? Maybe he did. Not because violence is okay, but because Jack built that environment. He lit the match, then got mad when it burned him. The stream itself became a mess. Jack tried to act like the victim, but everyone watching knew he was the puppet master. And after all that chaos, Jack said, "I got bit last night. I want to go back to Italy. I hate this country." As if it was just the country's fault, not his own behavior. Let's be honest, Jack Doherty is spiraling. His behavior is becoming more erratic, more exploitative, and more desperate. He hides behind a bodyguard. He surrounds himself with people who are either financially desperate or too naive to realize they're being used. Even his own collaborators admit they didn't plan on staying with him long term. One clip revealed how Jack got some of his crew. "We moved to LA with Jack because we needed people doing the same thing. He invited us. It seemed like the right thing to do." That doesn't sound like loyalty. It sounds like convenience. No one's staying because of who Jack is. They're staying because of what he can offer, at least temporarily. But that's the issue. Jack doesn't build relationships, he rents them. And when the money runs out, or the chaos gets too real, everyone will walk away. Even his own bodyguard, if it comes down to it. If he keeps going down this road, humiliating others for views, creating toxic environments, using people's vulnerabilities against them, it won't be long before Jack Doherty ends up just like the Island Boys. Alone, out of money, and finally irrelevant.
So, what do you think?
Is this karma catching up to Jack? Was the bite just the beginning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, if the only way you can stay relevant is by hurting the people around you, maybe it's time to log off.